Hello, everyone. Welcome to Reviews by Hunter. That's me. I'm Hunter, and I got Sakomoto Days, episode 19. This one is titled Exam, Stage 3. So, we kick off with Kanaguri laying on the beach, saying life is meaningless because his camera has been damaged by the ocean water. Afterwards, we see participants talking amongst themselves on the beach, and the administrators announce that 3 special recommendations will be joining the test. Their names are Shania, Toramaru, and Kaji. They all look fairly young, but I do think Toramaru must be the one with the Sakomoto keychain from last episode. Now, special recommendation means they are recommended by active pros or agencies. So these, I guess, are sort of up-and-coming prospects within the assassin world that have caught the eye of people that are already high up on the food chain. This also means that they don't have to do some of the smaller tests. They got to skip the stages 1 and 2, which pisses off Kill Baby. But we do see Slur, Gaku, and Kashima in a karaoke room, and Slur was trying to call somebody who doesn't answer when Gaku reminds him that they're taking the test right now. But then that begs the question, well, who is they? It's interesting. Slur says young people are the future and reminds Kashima was a teenager when they first met. Interesting. So Slur and Kashima have known each other for quite some time then. And he says that Gaku was even younger. So it seems like Gaku has actually been under his wing for, again, quite amount of time. More than I initially thought. These are such interesting antagonists because I feel like it reminded me of one of these Jujutsu Kaisen scenes with antagonists where they're not in an evil lair. They're just enjoying karaoke together in the Sakomoto Days episode. It reminds me of Jujutsu Kaisen when they were holding an evil meeting at a park. Like just at a random park with Mahito and Jogo. It brings a different element of like, you know, what is good, what is bad, what is evil, you know, the stereotypical like evil lair or dungeon or castle. No, they're literally just chilling in a karaoke room, man. It's so interesting. So moving on though, stage 3 is a team contest, and everyone opens up their JCC bullets that they had to collect from the previous tests, and different colored tails, almost like for flag football, come out of these JCC bullets. This is where 7 teams based on color of tail are put into groups of 3. So 7 teams, 3 people in each team. And if you lose your tail, you'll be considered out of commission. So they said the administrators do say that this test will last 2 days. So the red team consists of Kill Baby, Sakamoto, and Akira. White team consists of Shin, Mafuyu, and Kaji, who's one of the special recommendations. It didn't tell us all of the teams right off the bat. I'm sure we'll learn as the episodes go on, but those are at least 2 of the teams. Okay, now administrator also says they can use any weapon that they like, and that this exam is to take place in the forest. If this reminds you of the Chunin exams from Naruto, that's what it reminded me of as well. Where weapons and deadly force are allowed. It takes place in a forest. It's an exam that they have to pass, yet their life is on the line. It's reminiscent of that. Not saying that it was, that they stole that, but it could have just been inspired. We don't know. Now, Sakamoto... Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So Sakamoto wants to team up with Shin, but Shin wants to do this without his help other than his team. Remember, Shin is trying to sort of stand on his own 2 feet more rather than having Sakamoto save him all of the time, which is commendable. And we do see Sakamoto pouting at the thought of Shin growing up and not having to rely on him anymore, kind of like a baby bird leaving the nest. We do see special recommendation Toramaru slice off the arm of a participant with her axe and take his green flag before setting her sights on Shin's team, which also has kanji. So we might already see special recommendation versus special recommendation. That's a fight that I would love to see. I think that would be really cool. Sakamoto was impressed once again by Akira, and remember how he was impressed the previous episode? He gets impressed by her once again and finally asks, "Who was your teacher?" And so that brought up a question for me. Could Akira's teacher be part of the big three that Sakamoto was a part of when he was at the JCC with Nagamo? Remember, we just kind of saw like a silhouette of a woman with blue hair similar to Akira. I feel like the puzzle pieces are kind of falling into place now. Now, Toromaru nearly takes Shin's head off. I mean, just barely. She wields an interesting weapon. It's a gun with an axe attached to it. So I guess she gets the best of both worlds. Sakamoto's group gets trapped, but they are saved by Sakamoto's apron, which is apparently bulletproof because, of course it is. He's Sakamoto. He's prepared for anything. We learn that Akira wants to become an assassin in order to never lose somebody that she cares about again. So we get a little bit more understanding of what motivates Akira, who seems very shy, good-natured, a good heart, but apparently she too has reasons for becoming an assassin. Now, all of a sudden, Akira almost seems to go into this trance-like state and speed rushes this dude with glasses. And using her finger, almost like a spear, she strikes his carotid artery and, like, is a completely different Akira. And this gets the attention of Sakamoto. Akira was seconds away from unaliving the other two members of the Glasses Guy team, but Sakamoto breaks free from the steel trap that he's been put under by Glasses team. I forgot to mention that. He's been trapped under this like steel net. He breaks out of it and stops her at the last second from unaliving the entire team. And she kind of snaps out of this trance-like state. Very interesting, because there is a member on Team Sakamoto that also kind of goes into different like states depending on how intoxicated she is. So it'll be interesting to see whether Akira becomes an official part of Team Sakamoto or not. Hard to say. You know, I'm not saying every character we come across is going to be a member of the team, but it would make sense if she is the disciple of someone that Sakamoto used to fight alongside. So, now, as I said, we do get a flashback from Sakamoto's past of him, Nagamo, and the other member of the big three, Akira's mentor and mother, a cow. Sakamoto asks for Akira's full name. She says, Akira, a cow. And then the episode ends. I thought this episode was pretty solid. It wasn't one of the best for me. It's a setup episode. We're setting up the, exam stage 3, as the title states, learning more about Akira and just getting into the next final stage of the testing process. Overall, I think it was an enjoyable episode. I liked it. Went by fast. I'd give it about a 7.5 out of 10 if I had to rate it. But that was Exam Stage 3, Episode 19 of Sakomoto Days. And we kept it under 10 minutes like I promised you guys. So, if you guys liked this video, please give me a like, a comment, a subscription. Hell, all 3 would be great. And even if not, I'm just glad that you decided to click on my video and listen to what I had to say. Appreciate it. Much love. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.